Alright, this is part 3 of the tutorial on how to operate the Amada ProCam APX 103. In the first 2 videos we discussed how to switch the machine on, how to reference return all the axes, and how to manually jog the machine. In the second video we discussed how to set up the tools, how to set up your coordinates and your positions. In this video we're going to discuss how to program a profile with multiple bends. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a very simple program over there where our first bend is going to be 20 millimeter. The backstop is going to be 20 millimeter for the first bend, and we're going to have a 90-degree angle. The second bend is going to be 40 millimeters and a 90-degree angle. Our third bend is going to be 15. We're just going to make that 20 millimeters as well, and 90 degrees. The fourth bend we're going to make 50 millimeter, 90 degree, and the fifth bend. So yeah, let's get started. So to start off with, we've got some plates that I've just cut to just play around with. Alright, so let's start off with opening up Linuxcnc. I'm going to open up Linuxcnc, the software, by double left clicking on the penguin icon over there. Once the machine is on, I'm just going to maximize the screen and disable release the emergency stop button on the right hand side of the panel, and then toggle the emergency stop and toggle the power on button. Then we're going to press home all. Then you will see that all the axis is busy moving home. Now at the moment, it's going to take a while. Pause. Alright, on the screen. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the bend tab. There's a wizard to do your bends. So what we're going to do, the left stop, I want the left stop to be at 0. The right stop must be at 300 to just give it a bit of clearance. And the distance to bend, I'm going to set the first one we said is 20 millimeters. And the plate thickness of this plate is 0.7 millimeters. Our first bend is going to be 90 degrees. The clearance of the blade when it's finished bending and before it starts bending is going to be 50. There's a correction factor which I'm just going to take out. That is to correct your bend if you see that the bend is not 100% right, and then the bending feed rate we're going to keep it at 400 millimeters. Then when I'm done with that, I'm going to click on create feature. Now for the second bend, I'm going to leave the stops where it is. The only thing that's going to change with the second bend is the distance to bend is going to be 50 millimeters. Once I am done with that, I say create next. Then the third bend we said is going to be 20 millimeters, also 90 degrees. That's the other side of the plate. Create next. And then the third bend, yeah, that was the third bend. The fourth bend we said is going to be 40 millimeters distance to bend. Create next. And then the last one we're going to say 50 millimeters to bend. And create next. And now you can say there's 5 bends as you can see over there. Don't click on restart, click on finalize. Now once that has been done, then we can move over to the machine here, and I'm going to press the right hand button. That is for cycle start. Now as you see, all the axis is coming closer to the position where it's going to start doing the bending, and now I can basically put my plate in place. And once it's in place there, I'm going to press the right hand pedal at the bottom, and that's going to perform the bend. So then I keep it in for the bend to happen. Now that's finished bending. Once it's done, then I'm going to press on the pedal again one more time. Then it moved to the second position now. And I press the pedal. Okay. It's going to go to the clearance. Now it's finished bending that side. I'm going to turn it around. Now I'm going to press the pedal again because it's waiting for me now to position my plate for safety on this side. There, Jackie. I'm going to press the pedal again. Then it's going to move to the next position. And press on the pedal. It's Going to do the bend, keep the pedal in. So what the operator can also do is he can just keep on standing on the pedal throughout the program, and it's going to do all the bends automatically. Alright, so there is our profile. Okay, so now once the first one is done, then we can go to the second one and you can run production. So you can press the button again, the axis is going to move to the position where it needs to go, and then I'm going to start off when everything is good. I'm just going to hold the pedal in now so that we can go at full speed. Alright, when the machine is finished now, it's going to see, it's going to be waiting, and those buttons are going to be dull a little bit, so it's waiting for you to just press the foot switch again until it starts moving. Okay, so as we can see in this profile now, the bends are not exactly 90 degrees, so if we want to add some degrees to that to make it 90 degrees, we can go to the correction factor. Sorry, I missed a bend there. Anyway, so we've got the concept there, but as you can see here, the bends are not exactly 90 degrees, so we can use a correction factor over there. Go again to the bend wizard, and then let's say our first distance to bend was 20 millimeter, plate thickness, and then we're gonna add in a correction factor over there. So let's add a 0.1 correction factor. Just go click on it, rather, backspace, 0.1 of a correction factor, create feature, and finalize. I'm just gonna run that one feature for now, the one bend for now, to see if we can get it to bend exactly 90 degrees. And we're just going to use this plate for now. Right, so now I can press the button again. I'm just going to go on that bend over there. I'm not even bothering with the stops or anything, so I'm just going to do the bend. Something, the feed rate, just show there. Okay, so there the feed rate is down at the moment. That's why that bend was taking so long. So I must have pressed 1 or something like that. So you just press on 0, and okay, let's correct it a little bit more. As you can see over here, the bend is a bit closer to 90, but not 90 yet. So we can go over there to the bend feature again, and we can make that correction factor 0.3. Let's just go click on it and backspace, 0.3, and that's what happened, because when I pressed 1, it made that one 10%. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to press on 0 over here, and it's going to make it that. Then we're going to say, right, create the feature and finalize. So this is just for a single bend over here. So we're gonna move it again, and we're just gonna redo that bend. Oh goodness. Okay. Continue doing that bend over there. So I did bend it a little bit more, and as you can see, it might be a little bit more than 90 degrees, but I'm happy with that for now. All right. So let's go to our next profile. Profile over here is go to the screen here. Okay, so we're gonna go bend. So next profile, we're gonna leave this left stop at 0 for all of them, and then distance to bend. First bend is gonna be 20 millimeters. and we're going to leave that correction factor that is in there. So we're going to say create feature. Next bend distance to bend is going to be 30 millimeters. Delete, and we're going to say the angle, the degrees, that's going to be 135 degrees, and we're going to say create next. Then the next one is going to be 60 millimeter distance to bend, and the angle is going to be 135 degrees again. Okay, I'm going to just make that rather 40 millimeters because we're going to run out of plate. And then we're going to say create next. So then our next one is going to be 20 millimeters with 90 degrees. Create next. The next one is going to be 40 millimeters. 40 and then we're gonna make that angle 135. Create next, and then I want another bend 40 millimeters from that bend, also 135. So I click on next. So there's 6 bends so far, and then the next one I want to make it 50 millimeters distance to bend. Make that 50 millimeters. And the angle then is going to be 110 degrees. Create next, and then the next one is going to be 60, or let's keep it at 50 millimeter, and then our degrees is going to be 160 millimeter, 160 degrees. And I'm going to say create next, and then I'm going to say finalize. Access cannot pause. Alright, so now once the features, all 6 features are created, we're going to run the program. So we press the right button over there, and now just to speed things up, I'm just going to hold the pedal in, and I'm going to go with the bending. Alright, so there's our profile, and you see with those correction factors worked in there, it worked out pretty well. Good. This is Dickie here, and I hope these videos help you.